Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. Before we get into the video, consider dropping a like and subscribing if you're new. I do this series every week, and people find it very informative, seemingly at least. Starting us off this week with the weaponized Kanata, which is the vehicle sitting here behind me. It's of course a helicopter. It's one that I'm actually going to be probably telling you guys to avoid this week. We're going to talk about it a little bit more later, but I just thought I would show it off at the start of the video. But anyways, first of all, before we get into any discounts, anything to avoid purchasing, anything to purchase, all of that stuff, we got to talk about how to make some money this week in online. Starting off with a weekly challenge, if you eliminate 3 bounties for Martin Madrazo, you will receive $100,000. Tied into this is that Martin Madrazo contact missions, including Madrazo dispatch services, are all going to be triple money and triple RP. So as you guys can see, all of the dispatch work is triple money and triple RP, and then all the other Madrazo missions are also triple money and triple RP. Community races are also triple money and triple RP, which is pretty cool. Some of these look really fun, so I'd recommend trying them out. We also have double money and double RP on the featured series, which includes Deadline. We have a few of the Tiny Racers modes as well, so those are all double money and double RP. And last but not least, we have Madrazo hits, double money and double RP. But then of course we also have double money on Auto Shop client jobs. Now, Auto Shop client jobs are not the Auto Shop contracts. Auto Shop client jobs are customizing the car and delivering it to the customer. Still a good way to make money, definitely not as good as the Auto Shop contracts, but that is also on double this week. So if you have an auto shop, you should probably be taking advantage of that if you can. Starting off with our vehicle discounts for the week, we have the Bravado Gauntlet Classic, which is a very cool car, and it's also upgradable into a Benny's variant, which is sweet, for $369,000. I really don't think you can go wrong with the Gauntlet Classic. It's a really solid looking car. It's got decent performance for the muscle car category. The customization is nice. It's based off an old Challenger. There's really nothing to dislike about this car. Plus, if you wanted to upgrade it to the Benny's version, you can make yourself a Charger Daytona, which is really cool. So I do highly recommend getting this car. I think for $369,000, you really cannot go wrong with it. Over on Elitist Travel and Transport, we have the Super Velito discounted by 40% off this week. You should not buy this thing, and the reason for it is because if you purchase an agency, you already get a Super Velito for free that you can access from the agency and actually take to your hangar and turn into a personal aircraft. Now, you won't be able to call it through Pegasus, which is what the Super Velito would make you able to do. You could call it through Pegasus, but Pegasus sucks anyways, so you might as well just get an agency, and chances are most of you probably have an agency already. You can take the Super Velito, the agency Super Velito, fly it to your hangar, and make it into a personal aircraft. It's definitely the way to go. I would not spend any money on the Super Velito, even discounted. We also have the Buckingham Milljet discounted this week for $1,020,000. This is one of those planes that's kind of like, if you want it for like fun, it's not like terrible to purchase, but it's not good. It's definitely not a good use of $1 million, in my opinion at least. No, it will seat 10 players, I believe it is, maybe 16. Let's see, 16 players, which is cool. It's a Pegasus vehicle. You could, in theory, take it to your hangar and make it into a personal aircraft and be able to change the color on it. But other than that, that's about it. So the Milljet, I think, is one you could pretty safely avoid this week as well. Over on Legendary Motorsport, we have the Dubachi Rapid GTX as a vehicle discount here, going for $2,164,400. Honestly, I feel like this is what the price of this vehicle maybe should have been instead of 2.7 mil. I don't feel like performance-wise you're getting your money's worth out of it, even for, you know, just under $2.2 million. I still feel like this thing leaves kind of a lot to be desired. And if you want a Dubachi, I would recommend getting a Masacro from another player for $275,000, and you'll get basically the same driving experience in a package that looks, in my opinion, pretty much just as good. And if you want to take it a step further, you can buy the Dubachi 770 for like $700,000, which is not a bad price, like $695. So I'd recommend doing both of those things before getting the Rapid GTX. It's just not that awesome of a car, especially for how much money it costs. We do also have the Enos Paragon S discounted this week, and this is actually a pretty good car for $1.2 million. It has Imani Tech upgrades, including armor plating and oil slick proximity mine dropper, and of course the missile lock-on jammer. It's also one of the top 15 fastest sports cars in Grand Theft Auto Online, including HSW as well. So it's pretty quick. It's got all-wheel drive, good acceleration, good launch, decent top speed, not the best ever. The customization does kind of suck on it a little bit. It's kind of a confusing car to customize. There's a lot of chrome options, but then there's some carbon options, but not every option's carbon. It's kind of annoying like that. It is still a really good car, and for 1.2 mil, I feel like you kind of can't go wrong with it. I feel like it is actually a pretty good deal. We also have the Pegassi Tempesta discounted this week for just under $800,000. I think if you're in the market for something that looks like a Lamborghini Huracan, that sounds like one, that kind of performs like one, the Tempesta is a really good car. I do think the Tempesta is just generally a really good car. It's all-wheel drive, it's mid-engined, it's got good acceleration, good launch, pretty decent top speed as well. Customization's okay. It could be a lot better, to be honest, but it's not that terrible, especially for a car from 2016. I think this is an awesome car, and I would say that if you're remotely interested in it, you should buy it. It's probably not going to be for everybody. It is an older supercar now, so performance-wise, it's not going to keep up with any of the new supercars, but it's also not going to fall that far behind some of the new non-HSW supercars. It's still relatively quick. I think it's a good car for free mode. I think for some people, it's definitely going to be worth purchasing. For others, it's not. So you'll have to make that decision for yourself. Back over to Southern San Andreas Super Autos, we have the Karen Everon, going for $663,750 if you have the trade price. If not, $885,000. This is one of the best off-road vehicles in the entire game, as far as like just pure off-roading, not necessarily off-road racing at all. But if you want to go rock crawling, if you want to go and climb a mountain, if you want to go through rough terrain, the Karen Everon is going to be an awesome vehicle for you. It's also got a lot of customization, which is really nice looking, and it fits the truck very well. I think this thing is very much so worth it if you have the trade price and you're into off-roading. Even without the trade price, if you're into off-roading, for $885,000, it's really not bad. Now is definitely the best time you're going to ever get to buy it, probably. I don't see it going more than 40% off ever. If you're interested in off-roading and rock crawling and stuff like that in free mode, I would say it's a good vehicle to purchase. If you don't care about that stuff, you can safely avoid it. All right, and on to Warstock, we have the weaponized Canada for $2,031,000. Now, I'm going to rip into this thing a little bit because it kind of deserves it. The weaponized Canada is the fastest armed helicopter in the game, which is cool. That's a big positive for it. However, that's about where the positives end. Other than the fact that it's customizable in the hangar and you can add armor and you can change up the sort of look of the vehicle with liveries and the handling and stuff like that, that's another positive. Other than that, it's worse than the Buzzard in pretty much every single way. It has worse machine guns than the Buzzard. The homing missiles are the exact same, and even when you're getting it 40% off, it's still over it's $281,000 more than the Buzzard. Plus, it's only ever going to be callable through the interaction menu, through the manage vehicles tab here, and request a personal aircraft, whereas the Buzzard can be spawned in through Pegasus. It can also be spawned in through the manage vehicles menu, and it can be spawned in through the CEO menu as well once you own it for completely free, and it'll spawn like right beside you. As you guys can see, there's my Buzzard right there. The Buzzard has a lot more utility. The Buzzard has a big advantage with the guns on it. The guns on the Buzzard shred. This thing's guns are like kind of okay. They're like, they'll take out a car eventually, but the Buzzard shreds. So I would say if you are in need of an attack helicopter, the Buzzard is probably going to be your best option still to this day. If you want to save 250 grand and get a better offensive capable helicopter, the Buzzard is definitely the move for you. If you want to get around quicker while also being able to attack other things, the Canada might be better for you, but I kind of feel like the Buzzard is just more of a jack of all trades. You can have 3 of them out at one time versus only having 1 Canada out. So if you play with friends, again, Buzzard is going to win in that regard as well. So I would say purchase a Buzzard before you purchase a weaponized Canada. That's my advice to you. You don't have to take it, of course, but that's my 2 cents on the matter. The hands-on car wash is 30% off this week. You guys should be purchasing a car wash if you do not have one already. First of all, it has a safe in it, which will deposit money based on how many other businesses you own, for a maximum of $33,000 every 48 minutes, which is pretty sick. And to keep it making that money, you just have to do some missions every now and then to keep the heat level down in it. It also does enable you to do other missions like money laundering and Mr. Faber work, which can also pay you decently. Plus, owning it will increase the value of your counterfeit cash stock. So it'll increase it by 35%. So your counterfeit cash, if you own it, once purchasing the car wash, will be worth 35% more. if you purchase the car wash and then purchase counterfeit cash, it will still be worth 35% more so long as you own the car wash. So very much so worth it. It'll make you up to $33,000 an hour for doing basically nothing. A car wash mission every 10 in-game days, maybe, something like that. And it will increase the value of your counterfeit cash. Plus, it will also give you the ability to purchase Smoke on the Water and Higgins Heli Tours, which will further increase more money in your weed farm. Smoke on the Water will increase that by 35%, and Higgins Heli Tours will increase air freight cargo value by 10%. So it kind of kicks off some extra ways to make money. The car wash is really valid, and you guys should definitely purchase one if you don't have one yet. Within the casino, for the 850th time this year, we have the Karen Boar available to be won for free. I just got to do a quick rant here. What the fuck, man? We've had the Karen Boar available, whether it's in the casino or in the salvage yard or at the car meet. I swear this thing has been available like at least like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times this year. Let's change it up. Let's do a different vehicle. I don't know who is the guy at Rockstar that's doing this, but please, let's have a different vehicle. Please, for the love of God, man. Okay, so I was very curious about just how often the Karen Boar has appeared as a free vehicle, whether it's in the casino, whether it's as a prize ride in the LS car meet, or whether it's been available in salvage yard. And since 2024, the Karen Boar has been available 6 times for free. And this is not including GTA Plus, because for GTA Plus members, it's been available twice for free since 2024, which is crazy. Now, not counting GTA Plus, because that's not technically available for everybody, this vehicle accounts for 7.3% of the total amount of free vehicles since 2024 began, since January 1st, 2024. 7.3% of the time, the Karen Boar is available for free in some regard, which is fucking insane to me. I swear to God, we better not get this thing for free ever again. If you don't have a free Karen Boar by now, I'd be fucking shocked, to be completely honest. Actually ridiculous. Actually ridiculous if you think about it. I think this is actually an insane stat. I don't know if I'm just going loopy or what, but let me know if you think this is fucking crazy too in the comments. Within the car meet, we have the Declassy Drift Tampa available to be won, and in order to win it, you're gonna have to place top 5 in a single race. This is a $995,000 car. You should absolutely do that and get it for free. Here within the LS car meet, we have these removed vehicles available right here. We have the Dinka Jester race car going for, I believe, yeah, $350,000. We have the Albany Roosevelt going for $750K, which is a lot of money. I would not buy it for that price. And the Enos Cognoscenti for $254,000. I would say out of them, if you want one of them, the Jester race car would definitely be the one to get performance-wise. The Cognoscenti is a cool car. So is the Roosevelt, but I feel like the Roosevelt you should just get when it's on sale, because I just don't think it's worth $750K. The Cognoscenti for $254K, if you want it, it's pretty worth it. I mean, it's fairly cheap, so yeah, buy it if you're interested. And the HSW test ride is the Ubermacht Sentinel XS with HSW applied to it, going for $1,825,000. I feel like you can get a better car for this much money, so I would avoid it personally. Within Simeon's, we have the Lampadati Michele GT available to be purchased for $1,205,000, I do believe it is. Oh, even worse, $1.25 million. I would absolutely avoid this car. It's just really not that great. Vapid Peyote Gasser is going for $825,000. I think that's way too much money for what you're actually getting. However, we also have the Volcar Faja Loa going for $370,000. I think this car is interesting enough to the point where it might be worth it for some of you. Definitely not for everybody, but it does have some cool customization options, so I would, you know, look up a review if you're interested in it, even mildly interested in it, because there's a lot of stuff you can do to it. And of course, we also have the Karen 190Z here for $908,000. Kind of steep in my opinion. I don't know if I could really justify it. If you're really interested in the car, maybe you want to purchase it, but for most people, I'd say probably not. And of course, the Dinka Enduro for $48,000. You can't go wrong with a $48,000 bike, so I'd say just buy it. At Luxury Autos, we have the Dubachi Rapid GTX and the Benefactor Vorschlag Hammer. Nothing special here, really. Here within the salvage yard, these are the vehicles that are available to be stolen this week, but unfortunately, and shockingly, none of them are claimable. We have the Willard Eudora available for completing the Podium robbery. We have the Bravado Buffalo STX for completing the McTony robbery, and the Lampadati Cinco Mila for completing the Duggan robbery. The priority file within the garment factory this week is going to be the project breakaway file. The gun van location today is right here, just north of the Darnell Bros Garment Factory. And within the gun van this week, we have a weapon discount, of course, and that is going to be on the military rifle. It is going to be 30% off. We also have the heavy rifle, the stun gun, the double barrel shotgun, the vintage pistol, and the pipe wrench available in here. For throwables, we have pipe bombs, proxies, and Molotovs. And body armor is, of course, 10% off. Your RC Bandito time trial is going to be Cypress Flats. Your Junk Energy time trial is going to be Mirror Park. Your regular time trial is going to be LSIA. And the HSW time trial doesn't seem to exist this week. I can't find it anywhere on my map. But I seem to remember reading that it was the exact same as it was last week, so I'm wondering if they're canceling doing the weekly HSW time trials. Seems like a very odd thing to do, but I can't seem to find it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video or you found it useful, of course, and consider subscribing if you're new. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Peace.